Hey guys, Grant Hubbard here. Today I've got a fabulous podcast for you on the Gutter Growth channel. I've got Dave Carroll, owner of Dope Marketing, just all around fabulous guys, becoming a good sports buddy of mine as well too. And Puerto Rico, man, it's like you've been going, now you're there, and now me and the wife, like, I don't know, once or twice a day, we just like take us to Puerto Rico for this afternoon. I don't know if you notice, I'm like the date specialty guy. I take my wife like nonstop. We do lots of oysters and flowers, and we just randomly do wild stuff. And it's like, we should just randomly go to Puerto Rico on a Thursday afternoon. So we're going to come down and see you.
Come see us, man. It has been an amazing journey. So we went down to Puerto Rico September of 2024, the first time for my amazing wife's 40th birthday.
Yep.
And I just fell in love. I saw something, there's white sand beaches and palm trees and 80-degree weather everywhere in the world.
Yep.
We found a place that we just really fell in love with, like the community, the culture, the people around there. And it's the place that we found, it's somewhat exclusive, like to get in there and be around it. But I have been getting a lot of messages lately that are just, Grant, it's the most humbling shit, man. It's people like, dude, Dave, I just want to let you know, man, like, you said this, you put it out there, you did it, you made it happen. And now I'm back in Minnesota for a week. I don't know. I think this comes out before around Thanksgiving or something. Our recording. Yeah. We're back in Minnesota for a week. I'm wrapping up the year in Puerto Rico, starting the year in Puerto Rico. But I've been a business owner now for 16 years. I'll be 40 in November of yeah, man. It's a big number, right?
When is your birthday?
November 10th.
Coming up.
Yeah, man, it's close. It's really close. And I just look at, like, it's that reminder. It's those things you see on Instagram, on Facebook of like, think about where you were 10 years ago and what you wanted, and just reflect on the moment you're in right now. And I challenge anyone watching this, listening to it on a job site, in the truck, whatever, of just like, think about where you were at in your life 5 years ago. And now just think about some of the things you've accomplished and where you're at right now. I'm sure there's been some shit you messed up, some lessons you learned, some stuff that didn't quite go the way you planned. But I would be willing to bet you are closer to where you wanted to go than when you started out. And that's something to be proud of every single day. And I think for me, when I look at some of the businesses that I own, that I'm a part in, my relationship with my wife, my relationship with my children, my relationship with my employees as a manager, as a leader, I just know every day that I'm closer to where I want to be than when I started out. And it's just something that I really try to be proud of every day, because there's a lot of things that, like, we get busy, we want a lot of things to happen, we're focused on a couple different things, and it's our responsibility to stay grounded in focusing on the things that are working right now in our lives and in our business.
There we go.
But also giving ourselves enough time to be the visionary, to be the entrepreneur, to do that. But the discipline is on us of where we're spending our time and where our focusing. And I'm really proud of, a year ago, I set out to make a different life for me and my family, where so Grant, I was sharing this with you. Like, I'm giving myself a 40th birthday present. I'm not big on presents.
Where are we going? What are we doing? Do we know?
Oh, dude, I'm giving myself a 40th birthday present. I'm never doing another winter in Minnesota in my life.
Unless there's a game.
We're coming back for games. We're coming back for games. Grant,
you're even there now at this point, right?
We had 3 games this week. I'm going to the Lakers tonight.
Oh my gosh. Are they in LA or is it in Minnesota?
Here in Minnesota. Yeah. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, Bron and Luka are injured, but so is Ant. So it's going to be
so we're gonna have a good game. I got to slide out there. I got to slide into your
thing. You pick a game. You know it. We're out.
We'll talk about that. Let's get into, it's here coming up into the end of the year, and people have either had successful years this year or they didn't. I see both of those type of people still in the 11th hour, like just trying anything.
Of course.
Just do a little bit better here in November and December. Stick something, throw something, see if it sticks to the wall. That way they could use it next year.
Yeah.
And let's talk about that a little bit. You're the guy to be having that conversation with.
So look, I've owned a business for 16 years. This year we'll do $700,000 in gutter cleaning. The business I own this year. Very familiar with the lead gen, the services. We'll also do $500,000 Christmas lights. And so like, I understand intimately the lead gen side of these services, generating leads. So whether you set some goals this year that you met or you didn't meet, or maybe you just had a conversation with yourself about where you think you should be and you're there or you're not.
So this is what I found.
Okay, so you're telling me my clogged gutters caused all this? I had no idea.
Yeah, unfortunately, most homeowners don't think about their gutters until this kind of stuff happens.
Wow.
Prevent unexpected and costly damage from clogged gutters. Protect your home with One Gutter Guard, the trusted solution for gutter protection. Call us today to find out why more homeowners are choosing One Gutter Guard.
Or anywhere in between.
Yep.
Right now, wrapping the year up, the main focus should be leaning into what's working. You are not right now in whether we consider it the 11th hour, we're going into the 11th month of the year in November. It's like, you should be looking at, where are you doing jobs? Do you have pockets in town for whatever reason? You've done some previous advertising. You were the high school quarterback and everyone knows you. Yeah. Maybe you found a pocket of homes that are over 15 years old that didn't have gutters, or their gutters are failing, or whatever it is.
Yeah, you're crushing it there with referrals.
Right now, at the end of the year, in my humble opinion, is not the time for new ideas, because any new idea requires more of your time to figure out, to talk to a vendor, to roll out. And any minute you spend on that right now, and I'm speaking from an owner in a market where shit freezes and you can't do it anymore.
Yep.
When you look at right now, if I owned a business and my only focus was ending the year with more revenue, what I'm doing right now is, if I historically, whether it was this year or the past years, have done something on social media, Facebook, Google, Nextdoor, paid, organic, posting in groups, answering questions, whatever it is.
Yep.
If you have had success with those things in the past, you should be pushing chips there right now as it lands out. One thing that I inherently, there were plenty of years that I didn't own a yard sign printer, and I still do this. So let's not make this a sales pitch. If you're not putting out a fucking 100 signs a week right now, I don't know what you're doing. I don't care that Texas passed some laws. California, it's tough. Kick all that shit out.
Yeah, you can't. There's places to put them.
Look, I always say, I said this last year at Gutter Summit, I've been to jail before. I've never been to jail for putting out a yard sign.
No.
So if you are trying to get leads right now, there are places online where you can spend money to do that some of you are doing and some of you aren't. But right now, there are companies, Dope or other ones that you bought stuff for, that could have signs to your office in 7 to 10 days, and you can probably pay for faster delivery. Right now at my company, if you want to look us up, it's called Lion Share Maintenance. We're in the Twin Cities. My crews are putting out 250 signs a week right now. That's how we generate work for Christmas lights and gutter cleaning right now today. I am not looking at some AI-driven, super techie way of lead gen. What's some guy doing in a Facebook group? Voice AI, variable images of a house. All that shit's cool and exciting. You're going to have to learn that. You're going to have to onboard it. You're going to have to train your staff. You're going to give it some time to work.
You might need make sure you have some extra money so you don't push all the chips to this.
All of it. Yeah. When literally any guy or girl listening to this right now could buy door hangers or yard signs, paste the town, and you will generate more leads right now for gutter cleaning, gutter installing, Christmas lights, or any other service you offer right now with yard signs and door hangers, wherever you buy them, than anything else you could be doing. I guarantee it.
Yeah. Let's jump. People want to know. Now, there's this new direct mail that you're going to be unrolling next week. We'll talk about that when it's rolled out. A lot of people have eyes on it. A lot don't. We'll follow up again with that. But let's talk about direct mail that is working for people outside of that image.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah, so let's tell people about how that direct mail works, because you hit the nail on the head. You found this little neighborhood. Homes are 15 plus years old.
Yep.
You've done 3 jobs. You're starting to see that those 3 customers have passed out your card, and now more people are calling. It looks like you've got this subdivision on lock.
Yep.
What's the best way to direct mail out to those people?
Right now, today, there's 2 types of customers that we deal with. You're using a CRM or you're not. I have good news. We can help both of you. If you're not using a CRM and you literally just have a Google sheet of the jobs you've done over the past.
Hopefully.
Well, you fucking better. Like, you better. If you're not doing that.
They got a notepad full of addresses they can mail you.
Where have you been the last 30 years with a computer? And I say that with as much love or the pain it creates for the people not doing it. Get off your ass and get a fucking CRM. Stop it. Like, you're only hurting yourself. There's so many out there that are $49, $99, $1,000, whatever it is. You are hurting yourself if you're not using a CRM. You've heard that enough from everyone at Gutter Summit.
So they have a CRM.
Or you've taken your notepad and you've made it digital so companies can use it to help you.
Right.
If you have a list of your jobs on a Google sheet, companies like Dope can take that, show you where the jobs are, and have you send postcards. No minimum order. You could literally send 50 postcards a week, 500 postcards a week, 50,000, whatever you want to do. Dope can take your jobs, identify, we call them your sweet spots, and we can send targeted postcards in those areas. We can do it to homeowners and get super targeted, like house is over 15 years old. It's over this amount of money. It's this many square feet. So it's a bigger job. It has a garage or it doesn't. Like, we know all that stuff.
Yeah.
We can help you target and send campaigns to the right homes. We can also do that with EDDM, where if you want to get more out, bang for your buck, we can identify the right EDDM routes where you already have jobs.
Explain that to people that don't know what EDDM is.
Yeah, EDDM is a program that came out with the post office in the past 10 to 15 years. It's less targeted, but it's cheaper. So there is a tool on the USPS site. If you just type into Google or ChatGPT, USPS EDDM tool. EDDM stands for Every Door Direct Mail.
There we go.
Zip codes are broken down into carrier routes. A carrier route is the amount of mail that a mailman or mailwoman can physically drop off in a day. So a zip code is usually broken down between like 5 and 20 carrier routes. When you do EDDM, and some of you watching or listening have done this yourself before, you've ordered the cards, you've picked your routes, you've bundled them up, you've taken them to the post office.
A lot of work to do that.
No one's got time to do that shit right now. Dope does it, and other companies do it full service. We advise you on the zip codes. We advise you on the carrier routes. We bundle them, we face them, we ship them. They get to the post office and they go out. You could do it cheaper yourself from a dollar standpoint, but what's your time worth? A lot of people that insist on doing it themselves aren't valuing their time as much. Not that it's not good. I did it for years myself, but our business was set up in a way that I had time to do that. Targeted direct mail, and sorry, on the carrier routes, you're mailing to everyone. Short, tall, rich, poor, fat, skinny, all of it. If they live in an apartment building, if they live in a house.
It's going to hit the trap house. It's going to hit the big house. It's going to hit the apartment.
But there are areas where you go to the baller communities and you're getting more mail out to the whole area for less money. We will advise you on that with EDDM. Now, the targeted mail, we are going in an area, we're drawing a shape, we're dropping a pin, and we're targeting homeowners with a certain home value. Their house is a certain size. It was built a certain year, and it's getting targeted. Anyone can get on the Dope Marketing website, schedule a demo with our team within 2 to 3 days.
Nice.
We can show you. All you got to tell us is your budget. I got $500. I got $5,000. I got $20,000 wrapping up the year, whatever it is.
Dave, how much will Lint get you? I was just curious.
A little bit.
Not much.
A good conversation.
Okay, I was just curious.
Show them a little lint. We'll try to help you turn that lint into some dough. Hopefully.
Right now, it's 1 penny a day for me,
Look,
brother. Anyway, go ahead. I'm joking.
A gutter installation, Christmas light, lawn care, window cleaning company should be spending $500 to a couple $1,000s a week this time of year on advertising and marketing.
Yeah.
Just because you're busy doesn't mean you're advertising. But
Well,
again, you know your numbers better than
you need to have work. A lot of the newer people aren't realizing they got to sell into next year, right? So you don't want this huge pause. Another conversation, but yeah.
The other part of this is like, if I was a gutter installation business, I would be like really doing entry level pricing on gutter cleaning, because I've ran a company for 16 years that this time of year I could hire an unlimited amount of people and buy an unlimited amount of trucks, because I can do an unlimited amount of gutter cleaning right now to bring in revenue to be providing proposals on what gutter installation or gutter covers or any of that would use. The problem is all that unlimited trucks and employees, I have to let them go in 3 weeks.
Right. Yeah.
But if I'm an owner operator, I just started, or I added another crew, or I'm trying to do whatever, I am painting the town with gutter cleaning yard signs and door hangers at 97, 149, 199, whatever the price is for gutter cleaning. You can literally make right now, I know this, you can do 5 to 12 gutter cleaning jobs a day at an average anywhere in the country of $149 a job and make $1,200 to $2,000 a day in cash for all of November right now and into December and January in certain markets.
Yeah. I agree. And it depends on the market too, right? If you got snow coming, or if you're here in South Florida where it just doesn't stop, right? It's going to be 80 all year round. So people are doing and thinking like, seems like more so as we move forward, meaning 2025, 2026, this whole new revolution of AI and ChatGPT. People are trying to think like light years ahead.
Yep.
And they're almost not focusing on the immediate stuff. Or they're like, well, I've got this little small issue right here. I'm going to let that compound a little bit because I'm just so focused on the future.
Yep.
And we were having that conversation offline about something you'll be releasing here in the next few weeks, which is a postcard, which could have a picture of a house on it. Yeah. You made a fabulous point where in certain businesses that might work. Let's talk about the Christmas lighting. You pull up to your house every day. Maybe dad's only put one stupid little strip around the door or a wreath crooked, and you've never seen your house fully mocked up with professional lighting. And now you get this postcard, right? That is something big. But for like gutters or landscaping or, something where there's no real difference in the photo, it's not going to really make a lot of sense. Talk to that a little bit.
I put it to shiny object syndrome. For anyone at Gutter Summit, they saw some stuff. There was a presentation around like something cool that's coming, but we're not going to talk about it.
Right.
And then like I've posted online recently around some features and functionalities that expand Dope's offerings specifically that just gets really, really cool.
Yeah.
It's our responsibility as business owners to be focused on what's important, and what's important right now in the fourth quarter of any year is finishing the year strong.
Yeah.
How do we add, we've been using this term internally about landing and expanding. Mm-hmm. What you're focusing on right now as a business owner is landing the plane on the year. What's working right now? How do we finish the year strong? Where's there some revenue we can capitalize? Where's there some outstanding quotes that we can follow up on?
Yeah.
It's not finding the new magic wand to add so that this year is going to be any different. It's like as things develop with technology and AI, I promise there's so much coming out, no one can keep up with it. But what's beautiful about the home service industry is the closer you get to Christmas and going into January, it's like you're going to have some downtime. You're going to have some planning time. You're going to have some opportunity to get ahead of this. And I think what happens is business owners get a little distracted about the things they aren't doing, and they're not focused enough on the things they're doing well. Like businesses grow in the boring parts of the business, in the systems and the processes and the KPIs that are being met. And for anyone that doesn't have that stuff set up, it's like, it's easy to get lost in the sauce of like, well, I don't have goals right now. I don't have KPIs. That's fine. but then stop trying to act like there's something out there you're not doing that's going to change your business tomorrow, because that's not real. If it was that easy, everyone would be doing it. I think what's important is this time of year, making a list of the companies or the vendors that you want to implement in your business next year, but focus on finishing the year strong. Don't focus on chasing the squirrel, the new thing, because if it's worth a shit, it's not going anywhere. And so to the postcards with like, I put a post up the other day that shows a house that's just like in the summertime, and we have a tool that can render a service done on that house. It can make it winter. It can put Christmas lights on it. It can impose, we're doing it for Tommy at A1. It can impose a garage door on the house of a new garage door. And it's not that, like you had mentioned earlier, like a certain service, whether it's gutters or lawn care, they can see it or not. Anyone sending direct mail right now for their business, if you're actively doing it, you will see an increased response rate if you put an image of the house on the front, whether it shows a service done or not. Someone's I usually have a postcard laying around. Like someone's going to see a postcard and then like see their house. And if you send them enough mail, your response rate's going to go up if their house.
There'll be some excitement for sure.
No question. But like, if you're not sending mail, if you're not using a CRM, if you're not hiring, if you're not whatever, that feature, or the AI baby talking on a podcast, or Bigfoot, or the fucking new truck wrap that you don't have right now, or the other thing that's like been on your list, it's your responsibility as the owner. No one's shitting on you. Like, dude, just stay in your lane. It's more like the advice you hear over and over about like, dude,
dial those things in first.
The business side, none of this cool stuff is going anywhere, but this whole like, I'm trying to hear about the new thing. Like, dude, so is everybody. But how about a little accountability of like, what's on your schedule this week? What's on your schedule next week? Having a meeting. Like, I'll share a quick story. There's an exercise that I do with myself every 3 months as a business owner. I make a list of what I'm good at, what I like doing, what I'm not good at, what I don't like doing. And I use that to drive my business. Like there's shit I'm really good at as a business owner. I'm good at marketing. I'm good at sales. I'm good at data. But when I look at like what the business needs right now versus like, well, everyone wants to grow. Everyone's got an unlimited budget. If some marketing thing is working, like that's never going to change. But right now, a lot of business owners only have 2 or 3, 4 weeks left in the season before things get really slow. And we don't always, as founders, as entrepreneurs, as visionaries, hold ourselves accountable of kind of like putting up the blinders of all the stuff going on. And literally focusing on like, what can I do right now with my skill set? Maybe my skill set, I'm the best installer. You know what you should be doing right now, even if it's not your favorite thing? Getting 3 jobs a day instead of 2 and putting your time in there so you can add 10 to 12 more jobs this year at whatever. Like, I know about the margins in gutter installing. They're not bad. And if you're focused more on like, how am I trying to figure something out that I'm not doing right now, when you have a limited amount of time to actually get the shit done on your plate. If I was watching this, whenever it comes out towards the end of the year, I would be asking myself as an owner, how can I get 3 more jobs done this week? It's not a new tool. And it's not adding something to your business you're not doing. And I know I'm beating that point in.
But how can you get better at what you're already doing?
Or hold yourself accountable to be focused on what is going right. Dude, like we all have a ton of shit going wrong in our business right now. Sad news, you're not going to fix a lot of that before the end of the year. Like you're not going to add a CRM if you're not using one before the end of the year. You're not going to hire a new marketing company in the next couple of weeks. It's going to inherently change this year. But what you can do is look at like, how are you communicating with the leads coming in? How's your follow-up game on some of your quotes? How are you upselling the neighbors with the show you're putting on in the neighborhood? How much time are you spending doing the basic things that more company, like if any company did these things? Are you putting out 10 door hangers around your jobs? Are you knocking doors around your jobs? Are you putting out yard signs? Are you parking your truck that's not busy at the Baller grocery store on the weekends so that they see it with the yard sign next to it? It's like the little wins right now are what's going to help you finish the year stronger. And a lot of those little wins are the shit you're ignoring. Is every call coming in after hours being answered and responded to? Do you have someone checking your email and your text messages? So while you're on a job site, so a lead that just came in isn't waiting a fucking day or two because they needed their gutters cleaned. Yep. How much focus are you not putting on for gutter installers right now? How much focus are you putting on gutter cleaning, even if it's not your favorite thing, even if you'd rather be doing installs? Like, that's the shit that leads towards installs. Putting the focus on the things that like change
compounding factors. Exactly. Yeah, there are a lot of compounding factors. No, I appreciate you spelling that out. You guys stay tuned. We're going to be doing some more talks with Dave here towards the end of the year. And he's got some fabulous stuff for you. But guess who else has fabulous stuff for you? Everywhere, right? And that's not a shot at Dope. He's saying, he's just saying, don't put a camo wrap on your V6 Charger and pull up to the drag strip. You're not ready. You got to get tires. There's a lot of things you need to do before you want to look like you're ready to race down the track. I don't know if that was a good analogy.
No, I mean, look.
That's what it is. Like, just do the small things. It's always about the small things. You had a massive year this year. We are so proud of you. The industry is watching. You're doing some wild numbers in your marketing company. Yeah. And you've done that by compounding and mastering the small things.
Correct.
And it's okay to look over at the shiny thing. Maybe bring that shiny thing back to your team. Have a conversation around it. But stay focused on the compounding small things. That's really, really what's going to matter. And look, 100%. If you want to blow money and spend tons of money, do it with Dope. They'll help you. They'll take it.
There are ways right now that any company with any budget, big, small, in between, can go to any marketing company and still get some results this year. But it's like, you got to set your expectations properly. Mm-hmm. I know right now for a company like my gutter cleaning company, we could send out an unlimited amount of mail for the next 3 weeks and get unlimited results, unlimited amount of signs. And if you're in a position like that, lean into that stuff. But also, like, it's very important to hold yourself accountable for planning next year, but focusing on finishing this year strong.
Yeah. Listen, you guys, it's really awesome. You see Dave came on here. He's just spitting facts to you guys. He's got some cool new stuff rolling out. He's not trying to pitch it. In fact, he knows it's not really for everybody yet. So the integrity is so important. That's why I love having you on here. So I think next time we'll circle back a little bit. A lot of people ask me about Dave's opinion. You want to just give us your opinion real quick to wrap up? Where you've spoken on the 7 to 10% marketing budget. Why don't you just leave us with that for people that are newer in the industry, trying to get redialed in so they can start to have these thoughts, conversation with their team for next year.
I would be looking at
11 the high.
The number is 4% to 12% if you're going to hold yourself accountable, but it's important to understand the number we're talking about.
Right.
You're already wrapping this year up. What are you going to do in revenue this year? Where are you going to end the year? Top line revenue. I did 100,000. I did $1 million in sales, whatever that number is. The exercise is, what is my goal for next year? And it's got to be realistic, guys. You're not going to grow 500%. Like, you're just not going to.
Not the old 10x time bender.
Sorry, Uncle G.
Days in one.
It doesn't work like that. If it was that easy, everyone would be doing it. If you can look at what would it take us to double next year? If you did 100,000 this year and you want to do 200,000 next year, if you only did 100,000, I'm guessing you didn't spend much money on marketing. So when you go to double that number, when you start the year out, the number isn't important, right? What's my budget for the last 2 months of the year? Bad news, guys. It's too fucking late. Whatever you got left over, what do you got on a credit card? What are you willing to spend? What do you want to do to finish the year strong? But when you go to plan out 2026, you're setting a goal of your top line revenue. And if you operate 8 months out of the year, you do a little different math than if you do 12 months out of the year. A safe number is saying, what would it look like if I spent 10% of that number? Because I want to grow. If you spent 4% of your top line number, you're not in growth mode. 8%, 10%, 12% is the percentage that you have to budget throughout the year. Some months might be bigger, some months might be smaller, but if you average out the 12 months, 10% of your top line revenue is going towards some form of advertising or marketing spread out between a couple different channels, between Facebook, between Google, between print, between mail. 10% of top line revenue for the whole year. You shouldn't be doing this math of how to finish the year right now. It's too late.
Right. Or I'm only going to do 4% during the summer, and then I'm going to bump it to 12% at the end of the year. What's your thoughts on that? I mean, yes, there can be some up. No, knowing your trends is important, right?
You should be advertising more.
11.
You should be advertising the most when you're busy. The thing that kills me the most is these businesses like, oh, I'm turning it off. I'm too busy right now. Great. So you can call us in 2 months when people aren't looking and then be mad when you don't get the results of the expectations.
Correct.
You guys know when people are looking for your services, you're making money. Spend some of it on educating customers. I'll leave you guys with a stat as we wrap up.
All right.
While we're on this call right now, when you're listening to me and Grant talk through this stuff, 3 to 7% of your ideal customer are actively searching for you right now while you're doing this, literally right now. The other 93 to 97% of people have not heard of you yet, but they will eventually be in search for your services. It is your job as the business owner to understand the neighborhoods where you're spending that budget, where you're already doing jobs. That's where you want to focus. You're spending that budget to educate the people. So when they become the 3 to 7%, they've heard of you. And the way you do this is you do an exercise. You take all the jobs you did last year, you put them in a Google Sheet or in your CRM. You find the top 3 to 5 zip codes of where you were done work last year. That's where you're allocating the 10% of that advertising budget. Yes, you're not spending as much when you're slow because you've spent enough when you're busy. So the people that have heard about you are coming in when you slow down.
Dave Carroll, it's absolutely a pleasure. Go T-Wolves tonight. Absolutely. Go T-Wolves all the time, man. I'm a huge fan. I'm a Piston. I'm a Piston first, but it's okay. It's okay. Real recognize real, man. Thank you so much for your time, brother. We'll talk to you very soon.
Appreciate you, bro.
Later.